Good morning, happy Monday. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. My name is Anthony Speciale, for those of you who don't know me, with Hawkeye Traders. Before we run into today's session, I just wanted to share with you anything that we discuss is for education and informational purposes only. Please do not take anything as live trading advice because it is certainly not. Guys, let's talk about gold. Because who doesn't get excited when they talk about gold? Gold is always a safe haven for the market when things get dicey. But gold also produces a lot of opportunities to trade it. It's not just something you have to hold in your portfolio. It's something you can actively use as a method to generate income. And I want to show you what that looks like. So we've been discussing this concept of V-swarm and having a great understanding of how volume tells us what price action is going to do before it does it. So if we take a look to the right here on the top chart, the 6-minute chart, we see that little red top. Now, what does that red top signify? That signifies that the buyers came in to push the price up, and the sellers said, nope, not going to happen. So at the highest point, the sellers took over and drove the price back down. Now, we call that V-swarm. It is a swarming of volume to coming into the market, changing the direction. It is the most accurate way to predict a turnaround in the market. If we look at the lower right chart, the 12-minute chart, we see at this same point in time that same red top occur. What is that signifying? The buyers tried to push it up, and same thing on that time frame. The sellers came in and said, nope, not going to happen. So now that we know that the bias to the market before it even happens is to the short side, what are we looking for? We are obviously looking for short opportunities. So now we go to the left chart here, which is the 3-minute chart, and we look for our lineup. We look for the stars to come together. We look for our 3-step entry. So when that 3-step entry occurs, we're prepared to take the trade because we know the odds are stacked in our favor. So you could see right here that came in at about 8:12 this morning. This morning meaning a couple days ago. And the market presented a short opportunity. So you got short at 1911.80. And this thing just kept falling down as it sold off. Now, as this consolidated, if you missed this trade entry, because that could happen, let's be realistic here. Sometimes this happens relatively quickly. That's not to say that your opportunity is gone. So let's switch over here and see where the second opportunity in the same move had presented itself. So guys, just a short while later, at about 9:30, the same opportunity had presented itself. You were able to get in the rest of this move after the market went through its consolidation period. So typically a market trends, consolidates, and then continues trending. If it trends, consolidates, and does a reversal, that can happen too. Here, what happened was the trend continued, it consolidated, meaning there's a period of indecision, and then the market continued its trend and continued selling off. So you had two opportunities within the exact same move built around the same highs that the seller stepped in and told you that they were going to push this market lower. So you could have done two things: capitalize on one trade, capitalized on both trades, or added to your position as the second trade transpired if you were already in the first. So having the right tools and being able to read the market so clearly identified this opportunity, volume identified it, V-swarm identified it before it even happened. So we knew when the lineup came along, it was time to execute a trade. We already checked off all the prerequisite boxes to know that it was time to enter, and profitability, the odds were stacked in our corner. And sure enough, this move, where we saw V-swarm come in many hours before that, had produced two very, very profitable trades for our traders. So guys, I don't mean to be repetitive, but you need to understand, if you understand how volume works, if you have a grasp of the concept of the volume drives the market, volume precedes price action. If you understand that and you can read the chart, you can find trades just like this. It's not hard, okay? It's not hard if you don't make it hard, okay? You can do this. It's very simple. It's just a matter of understanding how to read a chart, understanding how the indicators work, and then executing a planned out trade plan.